I think we're gonna get into this Sudoku. If I could just get my phone device figured out. Which it doesn't seem to be working for me. That's okay. That's alright. Oh, okay, I think it's working now. Think it's working. So, what's happening here? I have a midterm tomorrow. So that's cool. So I'm about to go to bed. But I was like, you know what? Let's clear the mind. Let's do a little cute little Sudoku. This one looks fun. Some little ruly rules. They include these thermometers. So any numbers on the thermometer have to be strictly increasing, starting from the ball bend. So you know, if there's say a 3 here, this has to be higher than a 3. And this has to be higher than that one. So it would have to be higher than a 4 at least. It means 1s can never appear on anything except for a bulb. A 1 can't appear on any of these because you can't decrease past them. Then we have these cages, killer cages, where the number represents the number that these 3 will add up to. So these 3 numbers have to add up to 9, these to 9, these to 9 as well. And then apparently there's another thing where they're not really shown here, but there are 3 cages somewhere in this top middle box that add up to 9. 2 square cages that add up to 9. Any Coomers? No idea what that means. How's it going though? With these cages, it's not like we're gonna have a cage of that and then a cage of this, because if 2 numbers add to 9, if you remove one of those numbers and put a different number, there's no way those 2 would add to 9 as well. We got a lovely emote, lovely face emote. All right, let's start this. I found this one earlier. Basically, you can't have a 1 on any part of the thermometer except the bulb, meaning one of these has to be a 1, which means that there can't be a 1 in any of these rows, any of these boxes. Can't have a 1 on these thermometer parts, so there has to be a 1 in this bulb. And that's what I know so far. And that means there has to be a 1 down here. So one of these 2 is a 1. Slap them simp cheeks, bro. Slap them. Alright, so we know because of this one, we know those can't be a 1. These also can't be a 1. So these 2 have to be a 1. If this is a 1, those can't be 1s. If there's a 1 in this top row, that means there can't be 1s here. So one of these have to be a 1. One of these 3. Can't be this one because that's a non-bulb part of the thermometer. Gotta be a 1 in here. If this is a 1, then this has to be an 8. If this box is anything but an 8, then that's a 1. What else can we find? This 9 means can't be a 9 there. This 9 means there can't be a 9 there. 9 can't. The only place 9 could appear on a thermometer is the tip, so there's no way a 9 could be here, here, or here, which means this has to be a 9. This 9 means no 9's there, this 9 means no 9's there, this 9 means no 9's there. These are both tips, so equally likely that there's a 9 in one of those. What about down here? 9 can't be in one of those or one of those. Can't be in that because that's not a tip of a thermometer. So there's equally likely a 9 in one of these three. Bottom row, 9 couldn't appear in any of these. 9 could appear at these tips though, but not here. 9 can't appear here. So far, it's possible to have a 9 in any of these, which doesn't help us too much at the moment. Top box, 9 can't be in one of those, one of those, one of those. So 9's got to appear in one of these. What about this box? 9 can't appear there or there because of that. Couldn't appear there because it's a non-tip part of the thermometer. Can't appear at the bulb. So there's a 9 in one of these. Alright. Alright. Can we start to branch out? There can't be an 8 in one of these because you can't have 8 and then 2 numbers and still be able to add to only 9. 8 couldn't be here on a thermometer. 9's in this thermometer, so 8 couldn't appear here, otherwise nothing could increase past it. And similarly, 8 couldn't appear there. So we have to have an 8 in one of these. And there has to be a 1 in one of these two. If 1 goes here, 8 would have to go there. This can't be an 8. What could we have at the tip of this thermometer then? If it's not a 9 or an 8, okay, let's take a look at the 7s because this could not be a 7 here. Okay, this couldn't be a 7 because you couldn't increase past it because you can't put a 9 or an 8 here. So this can't be a 7. If this is an 8, this could be a 7, but there's no chance this is a 7 or this is a 7. 7 couldn't go in this box because the only numbers, like if we had 7, then the lowest possible numbers are 7, 1, 2. We'd have 10. The box has to add to 9 though. So 7 can't go in the box, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. So one of these is a 7. And I think now what we have are 3 numbers with 3 boxes. And these numbers have to appear in these boxes. There's nowhere else for these numbers to appear. So for example, if you said, well, what if this box was a 6 or something? It's like, well, then where else can 1 appear? 1 appears there, and then 7, 8 appear there, but if one of those was a 7, where would the other one go? Like, pretty sure because we have 3 numbers enclosed in 3 possible boxes, this has to be a 1. And then this becomes a 7-8 pair. And then similarly, this one's a 7-8 pair. Pretty sure. So this gives us a little bit of information about the 6 now, because the 6 could only appear here or here. Regardless, if this was an 8, this would be a 7. This has to be a 7 or an 8. The only number, or like 6 at least, couldn't go in one of these two because you couldn't get a number between 6 and 7 there. And then you couldn't put a 6 here because all of our numbers past 6 would have been used. So 6 has to go there or there. If this was a 6, this would have to be a 2. But this can't be a 2 because then you'd have to have a 1 and then a 1 or something, so that wouldn't work. You couldn't have 2 numbers decreasing past 2. So this can't be a 2, meaning this couldn't be a 6 because you'd need this box to head to 9. Real Panzerotti, big. Yes. So what I'm saying is that can't be a 6, so this has to be a 6. This is still a 7-8 pair. We don't know about it yet. That's a 6. Okay, now where could a 5 go? Not much. I have a midterm tomorrow, but taking a de-stressor. I thought this might be a quick Sudoku. I don't think it's actually going to be that quick, and then I'm going straight to bed. Wish me luck on my quiz. Ooh, are you doing it now? Good luck. You will smash it. You'll freaking smash it. What's the quiz for? When do you have it? Like right now? The luck o' the Irish. Yeah, right now, sports econ. Ooh, that sounds pretty neat. I mean, yeah, if it's right now, though, good luck with it. Or I guess it's in like 6 minutes, probably. Or you're just choosing to do it now, I guess. Like it's already been open. Because who assigns a quiz at 10 p.m.? Alright, let's think about the 5. Just an elective. Do at midnight. Ooh, you left it. Oh, you left it then. Nice. Thank you. Good luck with the quiz. You cutie. Thanks for stopping by. And the midterm, yes. I will. I'm gonna celebrate with some chicken nuggets tomorrow, probably. Mwah. Alright, 5 can't go here because what could you increase past 5? Similarly there. So 5's got to be one of these two. We know 5 has to appear in the box, which tells us the other number. We need a 5, a 1, and a something to add to 9. So the other number has to be a 3, right? So this has to be a 5-3 pair. A 3-5 pair. Now the only other thing is I don't believe this could be a 3 because you can't decrease past 3 with 3 other numbers. So this one has to be a 5, this has to be a 3. And now we have a 2-4 pair going on. 4 could not go there, so this has to be a 2, this has to be a 4. And now we're making moves. This has to be a 1 then. So that's not a 1. Does this give us any other info? It means that the 1 in this box has to be in one of these. Not too much at the moment. The 1 in this box has to be in one of these. That's not a lot of info at all. What it does is give us, though, actually, is this one means this can't be a 1, and these can't be 1s. So there's got to be a 1 somewhere here, which means these can't be 1s. Which is pretty good. We have 1s here and 1s here, meaning none of these can be 1s, so this has to be a 1. Which is nice, because this gives us the most possible branching we could get. So you'd kind of hope that's a 1 from the start. I don't know if I'm doing this like slower than I should be, if I'm kind of taking like silly strats, if there's some quicker ways, but I think what I'm doing is fine so far. Can we simplify anything else at the moment? Not too sure. This has to be a 2 or a 3, because it's between the 1 and a 4. What about this thermometer bulb? It can't be a 1. Technically, it could be anything except for a 9 or an 8. What about this bulb? There are no 9s here. So most of this is 8. So this can't be an 8, a 1, 2, or 3. So this has to be a 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not a lot of info. And then this has to be a 5, 6, 7, 8. Which, again, is not much info at all to go off of yet. We know there's no 2s or 3s here. So this might be a 2 or a 3, and then the other 2, 3 would have to be somewhere there. I guess we'll take a look at the 2s and 3s maybe right now. In this box at least. This could be a 2 or a 3 possibly. These could be 2s or 3s possibly. This could not be a 2 or a 3 because you couldn't decrease past them. This could possibly be a 3 but not a 2. No possibility of this being a 2 because you couldn't decrease past it here. There's a lot going on in this puzzle already. Do we have anything like great at our disposal yet? We know that these can't be a 1, 3, or 5. So we have possible 2 and a 4 maybe. The max this could be would be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Can't be a 4 though. So you'd think 3 has to appear in here. 8 like this couldn't be a 9, so at most this is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. It couldn't be a 5 is what I meant. So 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, but couldn't be a 3, so 2. So it almost has to be those numbers, actually. Yeah, because you have 8, 7, 6. This couldn't possibly be 5, so 4. Couldn't possibly be 3, so 2. And it couldn't possibly 1, so that literally covers all the numbers. So I think that, like, that's the only solution that would work there. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Those are the only numbers that work there. This end couldn't have been a 7 because then you'd have 6, 5, but 5 can't go there, so you'd have 4, 3, but you couldn't have 3, so 2, and then 1, but 1 couldn't go there, so that would never work. So these numbers are solid. We have ones. We should have a 3 somewhere. 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, and 8. Because this 8's not actually in the box. So there's an 8 in one of these. And then 3 and 5 are somewhere, could be in any of them at the moment. We don't know. Not too sure at the moment. Oh, we have a 6 here, so this couldn't possibly be a 6. Doesn't help us too much yet. This 8 tells us that this end can't be an 8. So at most it's a 7. Ooh, these ones up here tell us that there has to be a 1 somewhere amongst these. Absolutely has to be a 1 amongst these. And this could not be an 8, so it's possible that this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This couldn't be a 2. So it's possibly a 1. 7, 6, 5, 4, 4. This couldn't be a 4. At most, this is 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Say it wasn't a 3 and it was a 1. You'd have 1. You'd have to go 3 to increase because you can't go 4. Then you could put the 4. Then you could go 6, 7, or like 5. 6 something, so 7, 6, 5, 7, 6, 5. Can't be a 4, so this would be 3 and 1. So I think this always has to be a 1, and this always has to be a 3 then. Because even if you did like 7, 6, 5 or 6, 5, 4, you'd still have 3, 1. If this was a 3, then you'd have to go 4, 5, 6, 7, but 4 can't work there. So this could never be a 3. if this was a 1, you'd have 1. You'd have to have 3 because you couldn't have 4 there again. So, yeah, I think that's good. Which makes this a 1, and that's not a 1, and this is not a 1. And this tells us that there's a 3 amongst these 3. I guess let's put these numbers in for now, just to kind of keep track. This tells us none of these are a 3, which means we for sure have a 3 in one of these 2 boxes. If this is the 3, then the 2's in one of these. This is the 3. Well, either way, we know 2's can't appear in there or there, or on the bottom row, so there has to be a 2 and a 3 up here somewhere. What about this top row? We have 9, 4, 5. 6 could go anywhere except here. 7, 8. Yeah, they could all really go anywhere. Not too much info yet. 3. This could be 4, 5, 6. Or like 4, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. 4, 6, 7. 7, 6, 4, 7. 5, 4. Yeah, we don't know what these are yet. That's all right. This could be a 2 or a 3 possibly, but neither of these are a 2 or a 3, a 4, or a 5 because of these actually. So we have to have a 6, 7, 8, 9 here. 9 could go. This has to be a 6, 7, or an 8. And this has to be a 7, 8, or a 9. But because of this one here too. Well, I guess that doesn't affect this actually. But because, like this one, if this was a 6, you'd have to put something lower than a 6 here. But we couldn't put 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. So this has to be 6, and we can't put 6 here because you can't decrease past 6. Similarly, can't put a 9 here because can't increase past it. And in the same way, this could be between 7 and 2. But we don't know yet, so that's okay. We have 3 boxes with 7 8s though. It's still possible that any of these are 7 8 as well. So we don't know too much just yet. Where could an 8 go actually in this box? Well, an 8 can't go here. It's obviously not one of those. They're filled in. 8 could not go there because we couldn't increase past it for this bulb or for this tip. So no 8s here or here. 8 couldn't go here because we can't increase past it if we still have 2 numbers. So there has to be an 8 in one of these 2. Not sure which. Does this help us at all? That means none of these can be an 8. This couldn't be an 8. Or, no, it could. It's possible this is an 8. But this couldn't be, so none of these could be an 8. What about this column? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's a 7, 8, 9 in this column. And it's impossible for this middle one to be 9 because of this, plus because of the cage. So let's write down that we have 7, 8, 9 has to be, except for this one, which can't be that. And this top one can't be 8. If this, okay, here's the thing. The two possibilities for this middle cage are 7 or 8. If this was a 7, this box would have to be a 2, but it can't be a 2. So this cannot be a 7. So it has to be an 8, and this has to be the 1, so that they can add to 9. So we have that. So we know that these are a 7, 9 pair. These two. Which means this has to be a 6 or lower. Can't be a 6, so this is a 5 or lower. I guess let's put that down, that this is a 5, 4, 3, 2. It doesn't tell us too much yet. Not even a 2, because 1's in the box, so 1 can't be the bulb. And this has to be a 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 3, 8. Where does 5 go in this box? Anywhere still, right? So not too much info yet. Okay, we have 1, 8, so this tells us that's not a 1, so this has to be a 1. Does it tell us any info about the 8 that we already might have known? Not really. Just know 8 can't go there. 1, do we have more info about this 1 now? We have this 1 up top, so this couldn't be a 1. Not sure why we had that. Or I guess we just forgot to. I was gonna say this is a 3, 8 pair, but it's not, because there's a 5 amongst these as well. 3, 5, 3, 5, 1. Yeah, nothing yet. We could make these that they're for sure are one of these numbers. May as well. Okay. So this 8, what info does this 8 give us? That 8 would have to appear, couldn't appear in any of these. Could it appear in the tip here? Yeah. Could it appear here? Yeah, it could. So 8 really could appear anywhere still. So that's not a huge help. Actually, because we know it's up here, we know the 8 has to be in one of these 3. So I guess that's worth writing down. There has to be an 8 amongst these 3 bottoms. If 8 was here, I don't know yet. too much yet. Okay, why am I like missing all of these? This couldn't be a 1 either. So the only spot 1 would work is this guy. So that's good. That wouldn't have helped us earlier, so that's fine. Do we know anything more about these? We know 8 has to be up here. So 8 has to be in one of these 2 boxes, which is pretty solid information actually. 8 couldn't be here though, because then you couldn't increase past 8. So 8 has to be at the end. What do we say? This was 1, 3, and then you'd have like 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, right? Or 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 7. 7, 6, 4. So it's possible, you can't prove which numbers are in there, but it's 3 out of those 4 numbers. But I don't think we can prove any yet. So we can't really start saying for sure there's like a... You can't say for sure there's a 5 in here. Can't for sure say there's a 4, a 6, or a 7 yet. But what about these 2 numbers? We had 4, 5, 6, 7. The only other number is a 2, so 2 can't appear there. And we have 2 here, meaning 2 can't appear here. So I think we definitely screwed something up, and now I'm upset. And now I'm mad. And I want to know what I did to screw up. So this is a dud, and I'm probably going to go to bed very soon now. Or I could like compare it against a solution. Let's see what numbers I have messed up. Uh, 2, 4, 6, 9, 8, 1, 1. I don't think I have anything else messed up yet. I think the only thing I have messed up is that this isn't necessarily a 3. This could be a 2. Now, why did I say it couldn't be a 2 before? Now, why would I have said that? Because it now has to be the 2. Why did I say it had to be a 3? I knew this 1, like I knew this couldn't be a 2. So you had to either have 1, 3, because you couldn't have 3 here, so you had to have like 1, 3, but you could also have 1, 2. So this had to have been a 2 or a 3. So this could still be a 3 now. So we have between a 3 and a 7 in one of these. This can't be a 2 now though. So are these a 2, 3 pair for sure then? Because you can't have 2 here. No, this could possibly be a 3. See, I'm just screwing things up, so it's not great. There's a 2 up here. Let's see, what numbers are going to go in this row? In this whole row, the numbers we need are 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, and 9. Right? 9 has to be one of them because of this and this. 3 has to be one of them because 3 couldn't be here in the thermometer. So one of these has to be 3. And then 6 and 5. 6 could be any of these. And then 5 could appear anywhere. This could equally be a 5 or a 6. We don't know much yet. Oh. And similarly up here could be anything. Could we try to think about what has to appear on these bulbs? Well, we now said 8 is here. So this couldn't be an 8. So 8's got to be one of these two. And we have 8 up here somewhere. So at most, this is a 7. So we know 7 could not appear here. It could still appear here. Here, 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 here. So that's not much at all. 1. We know this couldn't be a 2, at least. So where's 2? Where's 2 going to appear? 2 cannot appear here because of this. 2 could not appear on the tip of a thermometer. 2 could not appear on the tip of a thermometer. One of these has to be a 2. And if this was a 2, this would have to be a 7. If this was a 7, things would still be okay. So that's fine right now, I guess. This branch couldn't be a 2. This can't be a 2. This can't be a 2. That can't be a 2. This can't be a 2. So between these two, there has to be a 2. And we could know that because we already have 2's in the column, so that's just cool. We know that's a 7, 9. This 4 means that there has to be a 4 in this column. So in this column, we know 2 and 4 have to appear in this column. What about 3? Does 3 have to appear in this column? what happens if 3 doesn't appear? If 3 doesn't appear, we'd have 2, 4, 5 still, right? You'd have 2, 4, 5, and everything still works out. So if we could say that 2, or if we could say 3 doesn't appear here or here, well, what are the other numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 has to appear somewhere. And 6 can't appear here or here, so one of these is a 6 for sure. We just don't know which. And what would the other be? We're saying 2 and 4 have to appear in here. So the other's a 3 or a 5. So I guess may as well type in that these are 3, 5, 6. Has to be one of those. This has to be a 2 or a 4. Here's something I guess I missed a bit ago. This 7 tells us that this has to be an 8, which makes this a 7. Which means this has to be an 8, which means this can't be an 8. So we have a 3, 5 pair here. And I feel like a 3, 5 pair should be strong. That means, well, we know 6 has to appear here actually in one of them. If 3 appears here, 5 appears here, which means 5 has to appear here. Which means 3, 6 appear there, that seems fine. Well, what if 5 appeared here, so 3 appeared here, so 5, 6, one of these had to be a 3. 3, 4, 2, or 3, and then 2, 4 pairs. Still, that's fine, I guess. Am I missing? Is there something that I can use? Not at the moment, I don't think. Can I do something similar here? Like, I got so many numbers on this side somehow. Does this box have to be a 2 and a 3? It's possible that this is a 4 or a 5. Couldn't be a 6. Because then you'd have 7, 8, 9, but 9 doesn't work. So 9, 8, 7, 6. This can't be a 6. This is a 2, 3, 4, or 5. And nothing rules out anything yet. I think this could be a 3 now, though. Actually, because of this mistake. Oh, I don't think it's fair to assume that this isn't a 3 anymore. This still couldn't be a 3, 4, 5. It could be a 6, I think, I guess. But I think it's possible that this is a 3 still. We can't rule that out yet. If it was a 3, though, this would have to be a 2, making this a 3. Making this a 3. Making this a 3. Making this a 5 and a 6 and a... five. And then you'd have a 2-4 pair. But we're saying this was a 2, so this would have to be a 4, and this would be a 2. Making this a 2, making this not a 2. Or a 3, because that was there. I don't think we're really getting anywhere with that train of thought. So let's leave it for now. What numbers can this be? It's possible this is a 2 or a 3 or a 4, 5, 6, 7. That's like all the numbers. So no info yet. You'd want it to be relatively small, though. What about 8 in this bottom box? 8 can't appear here now. And we have 8. This can't be 9, which means this couldn't be 8. 8 would have to go there if possible. I guess we'll get there in a sec. But basically 8 can't go there. This 8 says it can't go there. This 8 says it can't go there. 8 couldn't go there in the thermometer either. So one of these has to be an 8, which means that one of these aren't an 8, which means that this has to be an 8. So one of these are for sure an 8. And then that means one of these are an 8. Is this possibly an 8? No, because of this. So one of these is an 8. And so it kind of bounces off each other, where if this is an 8, this is an 8. Or if this is an 8, this is an 8. Which is pretty neat, actually. Either way, 8 can't appear in this row or this row anywhere. Which I guess we have covered already. So that's fine. Now, you'd have to put a 9 to cover, but we can still put a 9 in either of these, so still don't know which the 8 could go into. And then any other numbers work for this branch, and then the other possibilities. So that's fine. Ooh, actually, here's something. This can't be an 8 now because of this, so let's just say this is an 8. All right. These have to be something increasing, so neither of these could be a 7. So there's either a 7 up top or 7 on the bottom, but if you had 7 here, you'd have to go 8, 9, 8, 9, which obviously doesn't work, and then similarly, this wouldn't work either. So has to be a 7 up top. Absolutely has to be. Which tells us this has to be a 9. So this has to be a 7. which means there has to be a 7 in one of these. We know one of these has to be an 8 actually, right? And we got to that conclusion by saying that 8 in this box has to appear in one of these, and that 8 has to appear in one of these, I guess. I think that's how we got there. So 7 in this box, though, can't appear there, can't appear in top row. It couldn't appear here because to increase past 7, you'd need an 8 or a 9, which are taken care of. So it has to be a 7 in one of these, which means the other has to be a 2, and this one can't be a 2. So this has to be a 7, this has to be a 2. So these are cleared. None of these are a 2. They can't be a 1, so the 2 has to go, can't be up top. 2 has to be one of these bottom ones. 2's for sure on the bottom somewhere here, which means this couldn't be a 2. So this has to be a 2. Then we have 3, 4, 5. Only play, no, can't say nothing about this column. Could still be any of them, I guess. That's fine. You know, 2 has to appear at the bottom. What does that tell us about 3? 3 could appear in one of these bulbs, but 3 couldn't appear here because we can't have a 2 or a 1 in here, so 3 cannot appear at the top. So one of these 4 have to be a 3. And that's as much as we know about those at the moment. Okay, what else can we do with this block now, though? We got this 9, so let's say that, okay, so this can't be a 9, these can't be 9s, and 9 can't be in the middle of the branch, so this has to be a 9, which makes this have to be an 8, which makes this have to be an 8. Okay, let's do some canceling quickly of our possibilities. I don't think this necessarily is a 3 yet. There's still other options there. Does this... What did we get? We got 9, 8, 9. I don't know if it really cancels anything else for us yet. But I think we have all the 8s, right? Yeah. And then... a good amount of 9s, not all of the 9s. Has to be a 9 here. And then has to be a 9 in one of these still. Okay. It's possible this is a 3 and that's a 2. It's unlikely, but possible. Obviously can't rule it out. It's just easier for them not to be strictly 3-2, I feel. But no, it's still possible. What about the end of this thermometer, though? 6 could not go here. 3 could not go here. What other numbers do we have working for us? 1, 2, 3, 4 could go in any of them. 5 could go in any of them. Alright. What about this thermometer? 7 couldn't go here. So you need 6 or lower here. 2, 3, 4. So this has to be a 4, 5, 6. Nothing else would work there. This has to be a 3, 4, 5. Nothing else would work there. This has to be a 2, 3, 4. Nothing else would work there. We can rule out that this is not a 3. So this has to be a 4 or a 5. So we still don't know too much, but that's okay. This can't be a 7 anymore. This box here is either a 3 or a 6. Which means 2, 3. If this was a 6, then this could still be a 2 or a 3. Okay, that doesn't. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If this is a 6, this would have to be a 5, so this could be a 4. But this could still be a 2 or a 3. So we're not entirely convinced of anything. Well, what else? Where could 7 go then? 7 couldn't go on the thermometer, and we have 7 here, so 7's got to be in one of these two. I guess let's quickly do all the 2's. Where could 2's go? 2 can't appear there, here, or here. Oh, I guess. Well, look at that. I think this one is for sure a 2 then. And that is good. Now, what about 3? 3 could appear in any of these still. 4 could go in one of these, technically. And the bottom. So that's still open to anything. 5, same situation. 6 has to go in one of these. So let's just say that this can also be a 6. 7 we said has to be one of these. We have 8. Alright, well, 9 actually has to go here then. So 9 can't be one of these anymore. So we have a 9 amongst one of these two. Alright. Four, 5, 6, 7, 3, 4, 5, 7. Let's make this smaller. 3, 4, 5, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, what about this row? 2 could go in any of them. 3 could go in any of them. 4, 5, 6 could go in any of them. 7, 8, and then 9 just couldn't go in the middle. Too many numbers at the moment. Well, we know there has to be a 2 up top. Do we know there has to be like a 3 up top? No, we don't. 3 could still appear at the bottom. Has to be a 2 up top. Has to be a 9 up top. 2, 9. Possible 3. Possible 6. Okay, actually, here's something. So, this row has a is missing a 2, a 3, a 6, and a 9. 2, 9, and 6 all appear here. So they would have to go up top, except for the 6 actually could still possibly go there. Well, we're saying this has to be a 5 or a 7. That means this couldn't be a 7. If this was a 6, this is a 7. 7's got up here. Okay, look, so 7 can't go there, and 7 can't be the bulb of the thermometer because you can't put 8 or 9 in this block. So 7 has to be one of these 3, which tells us this is not 7. Does that help us at all? Not particularly yet, I don't think. Maybe actually, because it tells us 7 can't go there, 7 can't go there, 7 can't go here, and 7 couldn't appear here, so this has to be a 7 actually. That's what that tells us. We have that 7 can't go there or there. In this thermometer, 7 would have to be the tip, so that's good. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. Okay, nothing yet. We know that this can't be 6, and this can't be 6. There has to be a 6 here. So we know this couldn't be a 6. Does that help us at the moment? We know neither of these can be a 6, so that means one of these have to be a 6, so this can't be a 6. So there's definitely a 6 in one of these. And it couldn't be this one, so this has to be a 6. And there's a 6 amongst these. And it couldn't be this one because you couldn't increase because 7, 8, 9 are used, so there's a 6 in one of there. Alright. Can we come back here to find anything yet? Seven's got to go in one of these. 9, 8, 6 can't be any of these. And this is a 5 or a 7. So 5. There's a 5 and 7 amongst these guys, but your next highest number is a 4. So this has to be less than a 4. So this has to be a 2 and a 3. Has to be 2, 3. If you put a 4 here, then like to increase past 4, you'd have to use a 5. So then this would be 7. So you could put a 6, but 6 is used. 8, 9, or yeah, this has to be a 2 or a 3. Max. Hey, yo, what's going on, CS97? We're doing some Sudoku. I said 4 has to appear up here. And 4 can't go here. But if 4's not up here, four could still appear at the bottom. But I think I used that argument just to say that this has to be at most a 3. You love Sudoku, eh? I do too. This one's definitely challenging. I've been on this for over an hour now. And I have a midterm tomorrow, so I wanted to go to bed early, so hopefully I finish it soon. It's a good time, though, for sure. I've had a small addiction to Sudoku as a child. Yo, me too, honestly. Like, my parents bought me one of those little books of like 100 Sudokus, and whenever we went on like road trips or vacation, like that's all I was doing. Before the days of the iPod and the game. Actually, no, I had a Game Boy. But before the days of the iPod. Somewhere between there. Okay, so 4 can't appear up top. There's a 4 on one of these. Do I mark it down for now? Things are getting cluttered up here. Okay, let's just say it's... but I'd also have to say it's possible that these are a 7 and a 5 as well. And it's also possible they're a 3. Yeah, that's so messy. Let's leave this for now then. What's your midterm on? Scientific computation. I'm in software engineering, so it's about kind of like the mathematics of doing like math operations on a computer. So it's like your computer can't perfectly represent some numbers like 1/3 or something. So it's kind of like, you know, how error will propagate. If you're doing a bunch of equations, you might start to get like inaccurate numbers, which becomes a problem if you're, you know, working on things that matter for, you know, safety, like planes or rockets, when they need to calculate all these numbers like in real time. And if they're not accurate, you get things going off course. You have tragedies. So it's kind of crazy. And it's a kind of a hard class. But, you know, we're here doing Sudoku. Because I thought it would be like a 20-minute Sudoku, but I was wrong. Okay, let's go up here real quick. I feel like I need to find some more 3s, because I don't have a lot of 3s. We're missing a 3, 4, and 5 in these boxes. We're just missing all the 3s, 4s, and 5s, I feel. We're saying 2's gotta be in the bottom. 3's somewhere in here. What about in here? 3 couldn't appear here. So there's got to be a 3 out of these. One of these has to be a 3. What about a 4? 4 could appear here. Or here. Or here. Or here. They could all be 4 still. And they could all be 5s as well. So not too helpful yet. What about this box? 2's at the bottom, 3 somewhere here. 4 could go, 4 could not go here. It's possible 4 goes here though. It's possible 4 goes in one of these. And it's possible 4 goes in one of these. So we don't know any of that for certain yet. What about 6? 6 couldn't go here. Or, well, let's start with 5. 5 couldn't go there. 5 possibly could be any of these. 6 couldn't go here, but it's possibly any of these. Actually, I don't think 6 could be a bulb. No, it could be a bulb, because then 7 would have to be the one after, so that's fine. 2 we know has to be in the bottom, which means 3 just can't be a tip. Did we know that from anything else, or just from the fact that 2 can't be here? That's probably fine for now. Maybe we try out the top box again. We know there's a 7 up top. Where can a 2 go? 2's got to go up top as well. 3 could go anywhere right now. Oh, 3 has to be in the middle though, because the middle's missing a 3. Actually, okay, so then let's write down that we know that this has to be a 3, 6, or 9. This has to be a 3, 6. This has to be a 3, 6, or 9. Why? No, we don't. Because now we have 6 in this row, so we actually have to remove some 6s. That makes this a 6. But these for certain, there's a 3 and 9 for sure amongst these, as well as a 5. So 3, 5, 9, and then this would be a 3 or a 5, but not a 9 because of this one. Shouldn't be studying for the test. Not judging, just curious. Studied earlier. This was supposed to be kind of like my break, but it's turning into a longer one. And then I'm gonna wake up and study before the midterm. So it's all good. It's all good. We get lazy in our last year. We lose the motivation. No, but it's fine though. I've been keeping up with the course, and I did a lot of reviewing earlier today. So we're good. We're gonna be fine. 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, which means this top row has to be 2, 7, and 4, is it? Yeah. So 2, 4, 7's at the top. That tells us this is not a 4. So this is a 3 or a 5. So down here we're gonna have a 4 possibly. 4, 3, 5. Three, 5 over here. 3, 5 pair here. Let's rewrite this as 4, 5, 6. Let's rewrite this as 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5. Does this let us wipe out this 6 or no? 6 could still go there. Then you could have like 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that doesn't help just yet. What about this top row? We have 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 can't go up top because you can't decrease past it. So these are either 4, 5, 6, 7. Up top here. And then these could still be a 3, a 4, a 5, 6. These could be 3s, 4s, 5s, or 6s. If it's a 6, the one above it's a 7 type thing. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be a 2, 3, a 4, or a 5. Couldn't be a 6 though, because then this wouldn't be able to increase. So it's either a 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's what we know right now. Okay. I feel like I'm on the point now where once I get one more number, the rest is just gonna fall into place. These could still be 6s, right? So that's 2, 3, 6, 9. 2, 3, 6, 9. That's a 2, 3. This 3, 4, 5, 7. 3, 4, 5, 7. All right, we've listed all the possibilities. Now we just have to find something. Now we just need to find something. Okay. Oh, well, we got this 6 here, so this can't be a 6 now at least. The fact that that's not a 6 doesn't remove anything else for us, but actually it tells us this has to be a 6 now. And that's a 4 or 5 pair. So this has to be a 3. Ah, good thing I kept that. I said it was unlikely, but it happened. So that's a 3, which makes that a 2. Which makes neither of these a 3. Which makes none of these a 3. This has to be a 2, so none of these are a 2. So you have a 6, 9 pair. That makes this a 2 up here. None of these are a 2, so we have a 4, 7 pair now. This becomes a 3. This becomes a 4. This has to be a 5 or a 6. This can't be a 4. This can't be a 3. This can't be a 3. So these up here can't be 4s anymore. So one of these is a 4, which means this isn't a 4. We already knew that. This shouldn't be a 4 then. Yeah. 5, 6 pair now. 3, 5 pair, which means that these can't be 5s anymore. So 4, 6 pair, so these should not be 6s. So we should have a 5, 7 pair, meaning this should be a 4. This should not be a 5. This should not be a 4 or a 5. Yeah, we got that 3, 6 pair. This has to be a 5 now. So this has to be a 3. This has to be a 4. This has to be a 3. This has to be a 5. This has to be a 5. So this has to be a 6 now. This has to be a 3. So this has to be a 6. This has to be a 3. This has to be a 5. Coolio. Now what? This can't be a 3 anymore. 6, 9 pair. Ooh, we have some invisible cages up here. I don't know if we'll actually need to use them or not, but we might. The issue is now that these are symmetric, it's kind of not helping, but that's okay. 4, 5s up here. This 3 means this can't be a 3, and this can't be a 3. So a 3 could only go. 3 can't go there. 3 can't go there. 3 cannot go here. 3 couldn't end the tip because nothing below it can come earlier. So that's a 3, which makes this a 3. So this has to be a 5 or a 9. 5, 9 pair. Let's see. We have 5, 5, 5. 6, 9, 7, 5. If this is a 5, this has to be a 4. Then this would be a 5, 4. You'd have 7 here. So you'd have this being a 7, so you'd have a 4. You'd have 5, 9. And 6, 9. Are we missing anything, or do we just have to use these cages up here? And that said that 3 invisible cages add to 9. Can't have anything to do with the 1 and 8 since they're separated, so this is one of them, that 3, 6. 2, 7 could possibly be the other. In fact, it almost has to, because this is a 5, it would need a 4, but there's no 4s beside it. 9 couldn't achieve that. Because it said they had to be 2 cells, so I think this has to be 7 up top. And then that would make this the 4, 5 pair. So using that rule, I think, like, that was an extra rule that was just part of this puzzle. So I think we'll roll with it. This becomes a 6. Oh, no, it doesn't. It becomes a 9. That means this is not a 4, so this is a 6. This is not a 5, it's a 7. So this is a 4, so this is a 5. What else? This becomes a 7. This becomes a 5, 4, 4, 5. Check it. Looks good to me. Alright, we're done. We're done. And we're done. And I can go to bed. So, you know, thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll do something else like this soon sometime. I'm gonna go to bed. Nice early morning, write my midterm. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see ya. Take care.